How many of you loved school growing up? Okay, so maybe some of you. How many of you, on the other hand, did not like school, or at least thought it was boring? Yeah, many of us can identify. Well, statistics show that by the time a child reaches upper elementary grades, they begin to become increasingly disengaged at school. In a recent study, researchers Clem and Connell found that by the time students reach high school, 40 to 60% of students are chronically disengaged, even to the point that some drop out of school. These statistics suggest a persistent problem in our school systems today. The matter of student engagement is not a new topic in the field of education. In fact, a growing body of research supports the idea that engaging students in the learning process is essential to higher academic success. Clem and Connell also found that students who are engaged at school and in the classroom are more likely to perform better academically, have less behavioral issues, and are less likely to drop out of school. According to both teacher and student reported surveys in their study, students with supportive teachers showed significantly higher engagement. Given that student engagement in learning is directly linked to greater academic achievement, current research suggests that the most effective ways to improve student engagement in the classroom is to maintain quality student-teacher relationships and create positive learning environments. The relationship between teacher and student is one of the most important factors that can impact student engagement and academic achievement. Teachers interact with students on a daily basis and have the opportunity to inspire, motivate, encourage, and empower their students. Since student-teacher relationships are bidirectional, an important aspect of teacher support and relationship quality is the dynamic of closeness and conflict within the relationship. In 2014, Jimena Portilla and her colleagues examined the effects of relationship closeness and conflict between children and teachers. Their research suggests that when a student feels that the teacher is caring and kind, they're more likely to behave appropriately, as modeled by the teacher. However, when a child exhibits difficult behaviors, such as inattention and impulsivity, they are more likely to have conflict with the teacher and therefore a more tense relationship, which negatively impacts their academic performance. Through developing quality relationships, teachers can impact the attitudes of students and enhance their enjoyment of school in general, and simultaneously increase their engagement in the classroom. Motivating students to learn and engage in the classroom is also an incredibly important part of a teacher's role. Since a large part of teacher support consists of interaction with students, which involves many emotions, it is important to address how emotions can influence a student's motivation. As researchers Deborah Meyer and Julianne Turner explain, the expression, identification, and understanding of emotions are vital to the engagement and participation of both students and teachers, and they're key to understanding patterns of motivation and learning. Emotions are an integral part of teacher-student interactions and relationships. They're what create classroom environment and can be indicators for motivation and participation in the classroom. Teachers that can learn what makes their students tick and what ticks them off have a greater understanding and ability to motivate them. Secondly, studies have shown that positive learning environments can improve student engagement and academic outcomes. Learning occurs in many ways at different times and anywhere, not just in the classroom at school. However, the classroom and all of the dynamics that go along with it is the most consistent learning environment that students encounter. With this in mind, the school classroom presents a variety of emotional, physical, and cognitive dynamics that interact with each other and create a classroom climate. From classroom decor to teacher personality, peer interactions, daily routines, and learning content, these can all play a significant role in shaping the learning environment. In a study by Aaron Dotterer and Katie Lowe, researchers investigated how the classroom climate affects student engagement and found that students who felt that the classroom environment was enriching and supportive were more engaged both behaviorally and cognitively. They also suggested that this type of positive learning environment might contribute to a child's overall enjoyment, which might increase their desire to participate in the classroom. Bottom line, a positive classroom climate can make learning fun and engaging for students. Peer relationships are also an integral part of the classroom context. adjusting to school and classroom context can be very difficult for some children. They have to learn how to get along with others, play fairly, share, and make friends. These tasks require certain skills that many students are still developing. Learning how to navigate this social scene in and out of the classroom, it can be a frightening task, especially when bullying and peer victimization can unfortunately be a common problem. In fact, researcher Rupa Iyer and her colleagues suggest that peer victimization acts as a stressor on children's emotional and cognitive resources, which hinders them from being able to fully participate or engage in academic activity. Peer victimization can include behaviors such as name calling or harassing, hitting, and even excluding tactics. It is a negative influence that can affect not only a child's emotional state or well-being, but also their ability to achieve academic success. On the other hand, though, positive peer relationships can encourage or enhance student engagement. Group activities and collaborative assignments are aimed at harnessing this positive energy. Additionally, content instruction and teaching methods are crucial to creating a positive learning environment. If learning is the goal of classroom instruction, then the content of the lessons must hold a high priority. It may seem obvious that the content and method of teaching are powerful tools that can engage students in the learning process, but these aspects of the classroom context can often be overlooked. Every lesson should be well prepared and thoughtfully detailed with activities and questions that will stimulate the curiosity and thinking of the students. Michael Corso and his colleagues explore the interplay of teacher, student, and content in their recent study and present two elements of content instruction that impact student engagement in the process: relevance and expertise. Relevance refers to how much students feel that the content relates to their own current interests, future goals, and sense of identity. Their research suggests that the more relevant the content is to students, the more engaged they will be in the classroom. Expertise, however, refers to the teacher's effectiveness and ability to assist students in learning about the class material and not just lecturing about it. Student engagement often depends on the teacher's ability to provide quality instruction and set clear and high expectations and involve students in the learning process. The goal of learning is not only to teach children the content, but to teach students to love learning. Making the lesson fun, exciting, and relevant is one of the best ways to ignite a passion for learning. Although not every child will find every topic interesting, they'll have their own unique passions and interests. The content should be relevant and intriguing enough to engage them in the lesson. Educators can improve student engagement and increase academic achievement by maintaining a quality relationship with their students and creating a positive learning environment. Student engagement is an important part of helping children attain higher academic outcomes and reach their potential. And that's really what teaching is all about: making an impact.